You think you're a tough guy?
What are you gonna do, strong-arm me?
We'll see about that.
You know, I think that you got the wrong impression about me. I think in all fairness, I should explain to you exactly what it is that I do.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 movie portrayals of real-life gangsters.
Come on, Donnie. Help me fillet this fat
For this list, we've chosen movie depictions of real-life criminals who were part of a gang, which means those baddies who acted alone or as part of a twosome need not apply.
For instance, tomorrow morning I'll get up nice and early, take a walk down over to the bank and walk in and see you, and if you don't have my money for me, I'll crack your head wide open in front of everybody in the bank.
Number 10, Sean Penn as Mickey Cohen, Gangster Squad.
This is my destiny. Los Angeles is my destiny, you motherfucker.
While the stylized film itself was only so-so, Penn embodied the spirit of the ex-boxer turned gangster.
That wasn't murder. It was progress. I am progress.
As the main antagonist of the movie, every time he's on screen, he's a powder keg of emotion, often erupting at the slightest provocation.
Find these bastards. Kill them all.
He's loud, brash, and unwilling to back down even as the cops are closing in on him.
Come and get it, Cohen!
Here comes Santa Claus!
Penn strikes a perfect balance between cocky and calculating when portraying this Jewish mafia member and king of the Sunset Strip.
These guys are a special brand. A hard case is not interested in money. Cop is not for sales like a dog with rabies. There's no medicine for it. You just gotta put them down.
Number 9, Robert De Niro as Al Capone, The Untouchables.
Some people say, reformers here say, put that man in jail. What does he think he is doing? What I hope I'm doing, and here's where your English paper's got a point, is I'm responding to the will of the people.
Rod Steiger's depiction in the 1959 biopic was a complex, unglamorous portrayal of Capone, but leave it to De Niro to blow anyone else out of the water.
I get nowhere unless the team wins.
Team.
Standing out in a film like this isn't a cakewalk, with Billy Drago also giving a great performance as the real-life Frank Nitti. But De Niro is truly terrifying as this Prohibition-era criminal mastermind.
I want that son of a bitch dead. I want him dead. I want him dead. I don't care. What am I, alone in this world? Did I ask you what you're trying to do? Did I ask you what you're trying to do?
Using rough dialogue and a commanding nature to intimidate Agent Elliot Ness, but also standing tall as a high-profile member of society. Number 8, Tim Roth as Dutch Schultz, Hoodlum.
What do I got? I got f***ing horns growing out of my head here? I don't feel nothing.
There's a toss-up in this film between Roth's performance and Lawrence Fishburne's portrayal of Ellsworth Bumpy Johnson.
Who the hell are you?
Me?
Now you know.
I'm the bag man.
But Roth edges him out. Even though Schultz is the associate of mob boss Lucky Luciano, it's hard to believe this guy is taking orders from anyone.
I suppose it piques you. La bola más grande.
Big balls. No brains.
He's wild on screen, and there's something about his character that's slightly unhinged. It seems that Dutch is the one calling all the shots, as he orders hits and tries to double-cross his boss.
Your move?
Hoffa will be acquitted, because Hoffa is innocent of the vicious and unsubstantiated charges that face me here.
Number 7, Jack Nicholson as Jimmy Hoffa, Hoffa. Even though the movie only met with fair reviews, Nicholson perfectly embodies this larger-than-life Teamsters boss.
I heard that before.
Mostly told in flashbacks, It tells the story of how Hoffa came to be such a powerful political figure and enemy to JFK, among others. Nicholson is quietly menacing, and it's easy to tell he's not someone to be messed with.
So I'm going to give you a piece of advice. Don't ask for something that it's a burden to you if you get it.
He brings his trademark poker face to the role,
Huh?
making it impossible to guess what he's thinking.
Hey, you know what they used to say in the old days? Tell me now, because I'm going to find out about it anyway.
Number 6, Al Pacino as Benjamin Lefty Ruggiero, Donnie Brasco.
What do you want me to say? Go ahead, try and sell it. You want to be a Dunsky? Give it a shot.
Dunsky? You call me a Dunsky?
Ruggiero would strictly be the bad guy in any other film, but in this portrayal, his character is much more complex.
Well, you gonna walk out on me? You don't walk out on me. I walk out on you.
His friendship with undercover agent Donnie Brasco shows that he's more than a killer. He's a low on the totem pole mafia man who's been passed over for promotions and has a son at home who's struggling with drug addiction.
He's gonna be all right. He'll be all right, love.
Pacino's Ruggiero is a man with everyday problems, so it's almost easy to understand why he does what he does.
I'm so disgusted with you. You know that?
Yeah, you just said it.
Yeah. Just so you know.
Number 5, Warren Beatty as Benjamin Bugsy Siegel, Bugsy.
First, the name is Ben. That's Benjamin as in the Bible. And second, I'll see all of you at the opening of the Flamingo on Christmas Day, okay?
When you've also portrayed the iconic Clyde Barrow, playing the tough guy starts to come naturally.
I owe you my life, Ben.
I'd say that's a fair assessment.
God bless you, Ben.
At least that's the case with Beatty, when he depicts mobster turned hotelier turned Vegas big shot, Bugsy Siegel. Beatty plays Bugsy as a man with vision others can't see, who decides to start a hotel casino in the desolate terrain of Las Vegas.
I got it! It came to me like a vision, like a religious epiphany.
You're not talking about God, are you, Ben?
I am talking about the single best idea I ever had.
He's a complicated man trying to keep the love of his woman while gambling on their future. But that doesn't make him soft.
But you know something? That's for summer. And Jerry, I don't think you have to worry about summer.
Oh, Ben, no,
If it
don't.
was just business, you'd be selling insurance or importing dresses.
Number 4, Daniel Day-Lewis as Bill the Butcher Cutting, Gangs of New York.
Amsterdam. I'm New York.
Day-Lewis is one of those actors that completely transforms himself on screen, and he's almost unrecognizable as the Butcher.
On my challenge, by the ancient laws of combat, we are met at this chosen ground to settle for good and all. Who holds sway over the 5 points?
His demeanor is completely changed, and he comes across as a caged animal, ready to attack at any moment. And his best scenes are when he's doing his worst.
Apologies, my dear. Pick it up.
Though the character is not exactly a true-to-history portrayal of the real Bill the Butcher, whose family name was Poole, not Cutting, the role still earned Day-Lewis the 3rd Oscar nod of his career. Number 3, Robert De Niro as Sam Ace Rothstein, Casino.
This is not the way to treat people. Listen, if you didn't know you're being scammed, you're too dumb to keep this job. If you did know you were in on it, either way, you're out. Get out. Go on, let's go.
In his second spot on our list, De Niro displays again that he and his Goodfellas co-star Joe Pesci have great chemistry as they portray business partners in the Las Vegas casino industry.
I just gotta tell you, it's no joke out here. It's no joke. You gotta keep a low profile. It's not like back home. Right off the bat, they don't like guys like us. And this sheriff's a real cowboy. Even the coppers aren't afraid to bury people out in the desert here.
As a gambling handicapper, De Niro depicts Rothstein as someone calculating, methodical, and more conservative than his partner.
From now on, I want you to put an equal amount of blueberries in each muffin. An equal amount of blueberries in each muffin.
You know how long that's going to take?
I don't care how long it takes.
Sam doesn't let anything slide past him, though, and his attention to detail leaves him as the only one unscathed.
You all right? They had other ideas for me.
So you are what you are in this world.
Number 2, Denzel Washington as Frank Lucas, American Gangster.
Either you're somebody Well, you're nobody. Be right back.
As Harlem heroin dealer turned kingpin Frank Lucas, Washington gives one of the strongest performances of his career.
You gonna shoot me in front of everybody? Huh? Come on.
He takes Lucas's Scarface-like tale and paints it as the classic American success story of working hard to achieve your dreams. But in this case, working hard means hiding heroin underneath the coffins of soldiers on their way back from Vietnam.
You think you're going to take 100 kilos of heroin into the U.S. and you don't work for anyone? Someone is going to allow that?
That's right.
The movie may have fictionalized some aspects of Lucas's life, but every bit of this performance is believable.
I took care of Harlem, so Harlem's going to take care of me. You can believe that.
Before we let our #1 pick out of the slammer, here are a few honorable mentions.
These complications with Diego, the stolen cars, getting him released from the castle, this causes me much inconvenience. The 50 kilos could have been a big problem. Huh? I don't like problems.
You bullshitting me or what?
First thing my father ever taught me was you never bullshit a West Indian bullshit artist.
Your daddy is West Indian?
My mama. She from Grenada, you know.
Grenada.
You're gonna tell me who robbed me. Because if you don't, I'm gonna kill every person in that book, starting with your mother, your sister, your girlfriend, that niece of yours, Gabrielle.
That's $2,000. Minus my commission.
Look at you, swanning around like you're Al Capone.
Nobody knows for sure just how much was taken in the daring pre-dawn raid at the Lufthansa cargo terminal at Kennedy Airport.
#1, Ray Liotta as Henry Hill, Goodfellas.
The city cops say 5. Lufthansa has not said anything, but they promised to break their silence soon with a press conference. No, son of a bitch!
He's the man who became an FBI informant and helped take down 50 of his mob pals. And it's Liotta's depiction of Hill as an outsider that makes this performance so memorable.
Jimmy and I could never be made because we had Irish blood. It didn't even matter that my mother was Sicilian. To become a member of a crew, you've got to be 100% Italian so they can trace all your relatives back to the old country.
Viewers sympathize with a man who grew up in mafia culture and proudly proclaims at the beginning of the film,
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Even the real-life Hill praised Liotta's performance, often appearing in the media in support of the film. We don't want to know what he would have done had he not liked it.
What do you want, You want some? Huh?
Oh, hey! What are you doing? I swear my mother, if you touch her again, you're dead!
Do you agree with our list? Which gangster seemed real to you?
I was raised on a farm in Mooresville, Indiana. My mama died when I was 3. My daddy beat the hell out of me because he didn't know no better way to raise me.
For more Tough Guy Top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
You're warned. Don't ever go over my head again, you motherfucker, you.